Headmasters. Number 10 on my list of Transformers Earth Wars things I want to see is Headmasters. I said it a while ago that I thought Headmasters would come to the game. We have seen some Headmasters in the game. We've seen Brainstorm, and we've already got like Mind Wipe, and there's plenty of bots out there that are already Headmasters, and I think they're quite easy to do and quite cool. But I'm not too sure why the apes. Maybe it's because they're not really um, in the limelight in terms of toys. They have had, Headmaster toys come out from Hasbro. We know that Hasbro control a lot of these things. And I think they've got a license to do it, but for whatever reason, they've decided not to yet. Skull Cruncher's on there as well. There's plenty of bots, and it just means that there's more bots to do as well. They've always said that they're struggling to do cons, they're running out of cons, and I know you've got Energy on and things like that, but we've got G1 bots there already. We've got G1 bots ready to go. There's at least another 3 or 4 headmasters they can choose from. They can even update the current ones, which would be pretty cool as well. And although a lot of people don't like sort of human characters and things like that, it's a bit different as headmasters. We don't like seeing. I don't personally like the human elements of the films, the Bayfarmers. And I weren't a big fan of Daniel in the cartoons and things like that. But to the headmasters, it's the head that comes off. So it's a bit cooler, isn't it? So yeah, I would love to see headmasters come into the game. Hardhead, one of my favorite toys as a kid. So yeah, I'd love to see Headmasters in the game. I really would. But you never know. You never know. But yeah. And next on my list of things I want to see in Transformers Earth Wars is Optimus Maximus buff. How long has this been going on for? It's years. It must be 3 years. Easy, maybe 4 years. Whenever Combiners came out, it was about a year after that everyone started complaining, saying that he needs a buff. And man, this guy needs a buff. I mean, other Combiners are less relevant, but this guy is really, really awful. Really awful. It says a lot when he's level 7 for me. That says it all. But yeah, SpaceX needs to address this sooner than later. You know, he's just totally fell from the wayside. Totally fell away from being anywhere near any other combiner. And I know that you can say Victorion, Superion. I mean, Superion had a buff not too long ago. I know you can say like Victorion maybe and other bots. But this guy's on his own. He's like down there somewhere. If we were doing that with Tex, godly and great, he would be like disastrous. Right down there. So I think it's well overdue, and we really need to see this buff to Optimus Maximus now. I think it's been pushed, it's been shelved, and I'm hoping when they bring out 5-star combiners, they address this as well and give some of the older combiners buff, and definitely Optimus Maximus. I'm pretty sure about a year ago or 2 years ago they were talking about doing it actually in the stream and discussing it. So, they've got some more members in the team now, so there's no reason why they can't. Okay, and the next one on my list is 5-star combiners. We never thought this would be possible, really, until recently when China brought theirs out. And we were like, whoa, maybe it could be. We asked in stream, and they were like, "Oh yeah, maybe eventually." This is obviously not an image of a 5-star combiner. This is my sort of hashed up version. But yeah, it'd be really cool to have 5-star combiners. I just hope that when they do the 5-star combiners, they also give them a 5-star ability like Omega. Let's not just upgrade their HP and DPS. That's pretty boring. Let's be honest. We want a 5-star ability as well. And that'd be super super cool. Like I said, a lot of people got maxed out combiners. A lot of mine are like level 19 now ready. We need that next step when HQ 18 comes out. And the 8 said that we'll probably see 5-star combiners around, when HQ 18 is released. But they also said that that'll be the next big thing, HQ 18. So HQ 18 is probably coming out in the next 3 or 4 months, guys. Honestly, I think it might even be that soon. And hopefully we can get 5-star combiners around the same time. So they've got no plans yet, but I think they need to start. I do. It's one of the most requested things on the stream and what I can see as well. So yeah, really, really looking forward to 5-star combiners, hopefully. Okay, and number 7 on my things I want to see coming to Transformers Earth Wars is another research slot. How many times this get asked for? How many times do we talk about it? How many times do people say like, "Can I do the research slot? Can I do the research slot? What about the research slot? Can we research slot for 3-star bots? Can we have a research slot for level 50 and below bots?" Basically, we need another research slot. We've been asking them for this for years, and the Yips go, "Yeah, maybe," and then the week after they go, "Yeah, maybe," and then 6 months later they go, "Yeah, maybe." There's a reason they get asked for every single stream. It's because people need this research slot. Yes, we have the research skips and things like that, but people have backlogs of probably a year's worth. I think me and Grindtime spoke about this about a year ago when we sat there and worked out his alt accounts research sort of all stacked together, and it was honestly about 9 months of research back to back. Doing two slots at a time. We can't have people bots in 9 months time that are still stuck at a certain level. We need these extra research slots. Definitely, definitely, definitely. So yes, number 7 on my list is another research slot. Hey, coin it, bring it out, and you gotta buy it, whatever. But just bring it out, guys. Just bring it out. Easy. Just bring it out. Okay, number 6 on my list of things I want to see in Transformers Earth Wars is Brawn. I've been asking for this guy loads. A G1 character. Not Energon or anything like that. There's loads of characters that can go through Energon and whatever else. But, G1 characters. We've got Shattered Glass and all. Let's go back to G1. Let's get some of the originals out. And Braun was a massive, figure in the original cartoon. It was in the first ever episode as well. If not the first, the second at least, part two, maybe the start, but you get what I mean. Those guys should all be in all be in the game already. And we, what, 8 years on, 7 years on, and still not got Braun. But he's out as a figure now. His figure is in the stores, so I'm hoping that we can get Braun hopefully this year. It's been asked for quite a bit, and a really cool bot as well. So yeah, hoping Braun comes to the game soon. Okay, number 5 of my things I want to see in Transformers Earth Wars. You probably guessed this. Maybe not number 5, maybe higher for more, but it is the Nosecone buff. Again, years it's been going on for. Years. Come on, what are we doing? And then earlier this year in January, they said, right, we're going to look at Nosecone. And everyone was like, yay! And we've heard nothing since. It's not been in playtest and nothing. You know, what's. Stop. Why are they dragging the feet with this? Come on, let's just get it done. It's become a running joke because it's been probably the most requested thing behind research slots and behind a couple of things over the years. I mean, talking like over like 8 years. And this guy's only been out 2 years, I think it is. You know, like I said, it's become a running joke now that everyone sort of laughs about it, about Nosecon being the worst bot in the game and needing a buff. And, we see so many memes and jokes about it. It's unreal. Everyone knows this guy needs a fix. Everyone knows this guy needs some sort of buff. Even the apes know it, and they still not done it. And it needs sort of addressing sooner than later. I mean, come on. But yeah, fix Nosecone. Hashtag fix Nosecone now. That should be the hashtag. Hashtag fix Nosecone now. But yes, number 5 on my list is the Nosecone buff. Okay, and number 4 on my things I want to see in Transformers Earth Wars is multiple base designs. That's what I want to see. I want to be able to save multiple base designs, and I want to be able to go, I want to choose this base for war. No, well, now I want to use this base for war. And now I want to use this base for war. And I want to be able to choose. We rotate our commander so that the base is always different. So that when we face Forge in a war and they beat our commander and they drop some points and then they figure out how to beat it, we don't want to face them again a few days later and they all know how to beat that base and then it gives them advantage. So we keep swapping our commander every so often, I'd say every few days, every 3 or 4 days. But if you had multiple base designs, we wouldn't have to do that as much. We could design 3 designs and we can change in between. We wouldn't have to swap commanders around and things like that as much. And they said that, the reason for it is, lack of memory and things like that. But that'd be pretty cool, And like I said, we only need, three designs maybe. We don't need hundreds of them, but it'd be good. And yeah, like Risky's put in the chat, we're asking for 2 years or more. Yeah, definitely. I'd say 5 years or more. Again, there's a lot of these things that have been asked for and asked for and asked for and asked for. Um, but yeah, I think we need it in the game. Base design is coming harder and harder. The more things they add, the more time consuming it is. So it's getting to a point in the game where it's no longer a nice to have. It's more getting towards being an essential. I mean, you could just make it a HQ 17 thing, because or even HQ 60. Before that, base design is not as tedious. But once you get to the top levels of the game, you've got to really put some thought into it. You want to keep rotating those bases around, like I said, for war purposes, because you're warring at the top levels. And you face these other teams quite often as well in Prime League. So we definitely need this in the game, these multiple base designs. And yeah, that is my number 4. And then into the top 3 things I want to see in the game. So you're thinking, God, we've got multiple base designs. That's gone already. 5-star combiners, the Nosecone. Before. What could possibly be left? And number 3 for me, personally, on things I want to see is Beachcomber. One of my all-time favourite Transformers. Again, had this toy as a kid, so you can see I've included Brawn. I had as a kid, I've included Beachcomber, Headmasters. These all go back to a bit of nostalgia, really. So, although it's not 100% nostalgia, these are the things that sort of get you intrigued in these bots and want these bots and want to collect them. And I really want this guy coming to the game. He's a great guy. He was involved in the Golden Lagoon thing as well, so I'm not sure if they can choose that angle on it. But I absolutely love this guy. But basically, it just means I want to see more G1 characters. Definitely more G1 characters. Those are the characters we grew up really loving for people in my generation. I want to see more of these in the game. Shattered Glass, man, it's just a bot. Let's be honest with me, it's just a bot. I've not got no attachment to Shattered Glass. Beast Wars, I've got no attachment. I know some people have, but me personally, it's all about the G1 for me. All about G1, and I've always said that I'm a massive G1 fan. And yeah, I'd love to see Beachcomber in the game. Yeah, really, really cool. And hoping he comes this year. I really do. I think his toy came out last year, I think it was. So, there's good reason to bring him to the game. There really is. Cool. Okay. So you're thinking, Wozza, what could possibly be next? What's left? Big ones. The big ones are next. And number 2 on my things I want to see in Earth Wars is new event structures. We've been rinsing and repeating the same old events for years. You've got leaderboards, chance events, totalizers. And yes, you can say, oh, well, yeah, but you've got totalizers for this and totalizers for that. But let's be honest, you've got individual totalizers, alliance totalizers. So let's just put them under totalizers. So you've got totalizers. Then you've got individual prestige and alliance prestige. You've got prestige events. So you've got totalizers, you've got prestige events. Chance events come under prestige events. So you've got totalizers, prestige events, leaderboards. That's it. Same 3 structures throughout. We had raids for a while. It didn't really work. We need a new event structure. We need something fresh into the events. They're getting boring, guys. They really are. Same events for 8 years. And this is why I think people are getting a bit bored of these events. And I suggested something and they said it wasn't possible, but I would love to see it in the game. I want to stress it again. It's a team v team event where you register for the event and you get put with random people. And you all work together to do whatever, to battle other teams or to complete events or whatever. But the idea is that you meet new people, you make new connections and things like that. People you would never meet normally. There's people in Platinum and Gold League that unless I see them in my stream or talk to them in Cybertron, if they're not in Discord, I'll never meet them. I'll never talk to them in a million years. But, if they brought out somewhere where you did if they brought out where you register for the event and get put with random people, you're making connections with people. Connected. I don't like that idea that it's something new. And, I go back to TFL when they did the Team v Team events. It was so cool, guys. Honestly, so cool. And you would meet loads of new people. And it was really good. And you keep in contact with them. And sometimes they join Alliance. And then sometimes you go and help them out. Sometimes you complete event. You're like, you know what? I'll go and help them guys that I met last team v team event, and you hit them up and go, hey, have you got any space? Do you want some help? Yeah, thanks, Wozza. Yeah, I could do come and some help, and just making them connections in game and bringing the community together. But whatever they choose, we need some new event structures, definitely. And number one on my list of things I want to see in Transformers Earth Wars, and if you know me well, you'll know what this is, and that is a war rework of some kind. You can see I just sort of like hashed a sort of thing. So Grind Time with his channel sort of talked about having multiple paths that you can choose and things like that, and loads of ideas have gone in, and they said they're going to do this war rework. It's been coming. They said it would come after Titans last September. Just want to emphasize that last September. They said that's the next project. It's now April, and they're trying their best by buffing Prime League effects and making hard mode harder, and it's causing a bit of a divide. But ultimately, it needs a freshen up. Like events, we need something fresh. We need something different. We've had the same structure now for 8 years. The same war structure, the same events, pretty much same rewards. Shards, cores, spark. It's the same. And I think that's why we're losing a lot of players in the game, really, a lot of top players, is because it's just the same thing week in, week out. And we need something fresh. Yeah, we've got Titans and things that I've been added to the game and Zen farming, but we need to. It's not midweek. We've got loads of things midweek coming to the game, loads of good things. But we haven't had anything in terms of events. We haven't had anything in terms of wars, really. We've had hard mode and Prime League, but that's still a couple of years, a year ago, 18 months ago, and it's getting a bit stale now. They really need to invest in events, bring some new events out, some new ideas, and they really need to invest in wars and change the way wars work and make them more competitive and not as linear. Again, I've said this till I'm blue in the face. I'm all for choice, all for choice. War is fight these 5 bases, you beat them, you all beat them, you win. That's it. There's not much choice there, is there? There's a bit of choice on how you attack it, but that's it. Let's create some choice. Like, can I attack this base or this base? Can I go this way? Can I do this instead? And whatever else. But we really need to look at it and have some sort of rework to wars. And that's for me the massive priority. Because we're in a war-focused alliance is what I really look forward to every day. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do, open up the game, look in the chats. Who have we got for war today? Who have we got? Oh, right. No one. Okay, then. That's it. So when we get a top war, I'm like, yes, top war. Well, at least I was. But then recently I'm like, oh, top war. Okay, yeah, do my attacks. Yeah. Because it's all come a bit too easy. All a bit too similar. All a bit too same. But I do look forward to these wars. But I want it to be more challenging. I want it to be a bit more just different. Just simply different. We need some difference in that them wars. We really do. And yeah, I'm hoping they can do that. They said they're going to be a rework out soon. That'll be the next thing before HQ18. And I hope it is a rework. I hope it's not just a quick fix and something slightly different. It needs to be totally different and imaginative. It really does. And I'm hoping if I took some ideas from people. Yeah, those are my top 10 things I want to see coming to Transformers Earth Wars. So, Headmasters, Optimus Maximus, a fix or a buff, 5-star combiners, another research slot, Brawn, a Nosecone buff, multiple base designs we have to choose from, Beachcomber and other G1 bots, a new event structure completely different than what we've got, and the top of the list is a war rework. And that's it. Cool. If you like this content, don't forget to hit the like button below, guys, before you leave. And if you want to see more content, you can hit the subscribe button below to never miss another stream or never miss another video. Thanks for watching, guys, and peace out.